Hey, Aloha Friday. This is Derek Demore with Futures Demore and Futures Networks Live. We are here to look at the markets and just a quick, overview of where we were at 9:30 above all the EMAs on all the markets. We're back above the 200 and the 10 on even the 1 hour. So that was where we were at going into it. If you want to play pause and see what today's predictions are, this is kind of what we did. 2 out of 3 in limit orders and going short, and 2 out of 3 going long at market. And here's the end of day predictions. We've actually had 2 days in a row where we ironically hit all 3 of the predictions. We'll go over that in a little bit later, but thanks. This is a great Friday so far. So honestly, if I was going to do limit orders on these, we had just made a run up. Ironic, we were talking at 9:15. Everything was setting up to go long, and they would have been beautiful spots to go long at 9:15. I mean, look at we were just having this kind of bounce off of the trend channel, and 9:15 would have been a really nice spot. The Nasdaq was the only market that was looking a little bit unpredictable, but we were above the 10 period. So it's like, you got to go with it. And, at market, I would have wanted limit orders and a lot of things. But let's see what happened. So the Russell, let's look at that first. It went down 4 and then basically took a half an hour to fill. The Nas, I would have wanted a limit order somewhere I was looking at this, somewhere right around the 10 period. That wouldn't have saved me today because it went down, from the market, 47, 40 points, 42 points in the first candlestick at market. So that was a little bit scary to me. That was the only market. This one basically only gave a 1/4 point tail. So that, is when you want to jump on, right? When it gives you a little tail. That's what we've been talking about. And that one filled, gave us 8. This one we lost, and this one we won at market going long. Although, as you can see, this one took until 10 o'clock because market was 225, and it finally got to 235 up on this candle at the 10 o'clock candle. So long. And let's see what the 1 hour and kind of the other limit orders did. So on my limit orders for the short, I knew, I was going long. Everything looked long, so I really wanted to pick some spots that I thought would have been, if they reached, great. If not, I really don't want to go against this strong market. So we had just come from 13,563. So I just picked 560, kind of did a little analysis. And I said, if it comes back to 560 on the NAS, I'll get in. I had this line at 228.5 on the M2K. So I picked that. And then I looked way back to May 11th or May 10th. There was a line dividing a bunch of stuff, and I drew a channel here that goes back. I can show you real quick. It kind of is this inner channel of the top and bottom. And when those two intersected, 41.8175, I know that's a long ways, but again, I'm like, man, if this goes the direction that I'm thinking, that's like the first spot that I want to get in. So here's when it ended up happening. Still not in on that one. We got in at 560. I did set a DCA at 572, but we never got into that. Came really close. And that was where another channel came up, and I had a spot there that I thought, hey, we're way overbought. So I was going to try to get in there, but we did get in. So we made 24 on the NASDAQ. Still haven't gotten in there. We just got into our M2K. So now on the next candle, I'm already up on the Russell 20 28. I'm already up 6 points. I didn't realize that. And I just got in on the second candle on my MES by a quarter point, I think. So then it goes against me. You know, could I have taken 6 there? It probably would have been wise, but I didn't. So now I'm staying in the trade. I'm still having opportunities to take 5 points. Getting in at 82, it went down, and I took my eight points right here on the MES. So now it happened, and I don't remember exactly, but I wasn't watching it. And again, could I have taken 5 here? Maybe. I could have had 6, right? And then it just went against me and I stopped out. So I took off the DCA. I wasn't ready. Probably should have left on a DCA maybe and gotten in at 33. That might have been a good trade. Yeah, that would have been a good trade, because we were so over committed on this upward movement. But anyway, I didn't. I lost this one, won this one. A little bit crazy, but ended up 2 for 3 going both directions. Now let's look at our end of day and the totals. So, I mean, 2 days in a row of nailing, you know, the 3 markets. I have a feeling humble pie is coming today, but I'm going to try to get 3 in a row. You know, you can go back and look at the videos and see that, I mean, we nailed it. And then the one thing that happened yesterday is I said, hey, there's these 3 spots that we hit, and then the market was all set up to continue for a long. Did I go in with real money? No. Well, I wasn't here, but I really should have. It was really set up to do that, and they all went up, you know, with major pointage. So I need to take my own advice here. So on the S&P, you can see this line in the sand is that 4152 that we held yesterday. As long as we stay above that, I think we're good. We're above all the EMAs. We're halfway on the candlestick right now. We're in a rising wedge, which is kind of interesting. We could hit the top and then break above 4,200 today, although it seems like we're running out of steam. So in some ways, I don't know about 42.15. We would need a lot of momentum to kick us up there. If we do come down to the bottom of this and actually break the wedge, we usually need 1 more. So I'm kind of rethinking my predictions here. Let me think about this. So I don't think we're going to break the rising wedge today. So I put the 10 period or the 21 period as a possibility right about 41.45. Or I don't know if we have the mo to get above 4,200 today. We may touch it and then pull back a little bit and end up between the 4180 and the 4200. So that's where I'm going to stick with right now. So as you can see, the NAS, we did hit, I thought we were going to close right at 13.5, but we didn't. We're above all the EMAs, although right now we're just below the 50 and the 21. So it may go all the way back down to the bottom of this channel that I drew at 291 again. I don't think we're going to get down there. So I'm thinking that we're going to end again very similar at 13,380, maybe just above the 10 period. But if we can break this 13.6 that I was mentioning, which you can see why 13.6 is such a critical spot back here. So to get back up there and close above it, I think we're going and up to 13.7 and then finishing at 13.675. Now, do we have the mo today to do that? It looks like the markets are kind of turning around right now, but again, I would have said that earlier, so I don't want to change what I was talking about earlier just because of what the markets are doing now. So that's what I'm going to put. So this is end of day predictions. I mean, it could go lower and bounce back, but I like both of these. So of all the markets, I mean, right now, this one seems like it's the most bullish, although again, it's had a pullback. I did this earlier, so I'm going to stick with it. We're above the 2,200. I think anything above 2220, which is kind of where we are right now. This where we could end, or if we can get and close above the 2236, which is the middle of the Bollinger, it's a very key spot. We could go all the way up to 2261. So those are my 2 end of day calls for that Russell. All right, so there it is, engraved. And then the weekend, depending on the news, I mean, we could hit higher highs next week. So we shall see. Hopefully the summer is going to be a glorious summer of new highs, and happy days are here again. All right, let's get our totals and close this out. All right, here are the finals. 2 out of 3. 1 loss, 1. 6 points, 132 currency units. My limit orders went the other direction. 8, 24 minus 5. Total of 27 for 126 and currency units. So good day. Aloha Friday. Have a great weekend. Profitable, safe trading, safe weekend, and enjoy Monday. See you then. Bye.